YouTube friends, thanks for joining in today. Today I want to show you my Aea R44 microphone up close. Now, I did an unboxing the other day on this microphone. However, I was using a different camera and I was having some problems with it getting in focus on the microphone, and I just wanted to do a close-up view today. But before we get started, I wanted to say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it should be right down there. Hit that, smash that subscribe button and ring that bell, because we got a lot of cool videos coming up in the future and you don't want to miss out, man. You just don't want to miss out. So anyway, what we have here is the Aea, and without further ado, let's get started. So this is the carrying case that it comes in. Looks like a nice vinyl material of some sort, and it's got two zippers that open it up. Excuse me. Let's see if we can get in this sucker. But I wanted to show you how beautiful this microphone is. Let's see if I can get in here without doing too much damage. So you just pretty much just grab it and it sits up right in there like that. Nice foam case that it comes in. It looks pretty daggum packed and secure. But I wanted to show you this microphone up close because it is just a beauty of a mic. Looks like something, piece of styrofoam on that. But I want you guys to look at this mic, man. I mean, it is just lovely as all get out. Now, there's a few things I wanted to talk to you tonight about. Was I did try this microphone out the other night, and I ran it through my Warm Audio Tone Beast, and I want to say I had the gain around 65, or see, 60, 59. So I want to say somewhere in this area. Okay, I'm not 100% sure, but I did have the gain cranked up on it. Maybe around 60 dB. The saturation was cranked over here too as well, and I had it going through the WA-76, and it sounded really good. One thing I noticed different about singing through this microphone, this ribbon mic, and my Telefunken AK-47 just seemed to be a little more forgiving, and now I don't know if I was just singing a little off that night or what, but it seemed like that this revealed everything as it is, as the instrument is. And so I can't say that it was a little more forgiving on my voice or not just yet. I haven't sang through it enough to tell. But one thing for sure, it's so beautiful and majestic in its own right. I mean, it's just a beauty, and it's so heavy when you're holding it, and you know you're holding a nice piece of equipment. But there's several things I want to say about this microphone. One is I'm gonna get a different boom stand to hang it from, so that I can have two mics up there at the same time. The new modern microphone with the old vintage sound, and kind of get the low end, and do a combination in the mix of both microphones. But this microphone was, I think they made this microphone, the RIBBON.MIC in 1932 is when they started making them, and they stopped making them in 1958. And I mean, everybody from Nat King Cole, Doris Day, Elvis Presley, Tony Bennett, all your great crooners sang through this microphone, the RCA44, and this is a replica of that very same mic. I mean, pretty much to the detail, everything about it. Same ribbon material, same thickness, same corrugator, same pretty much everything. And I got this microphone, and it's pretty much they make, let's just say they make more expensive ones than this one, and the only difference is the guts are the same, the aesthetics are pretty much the same, other than right here the casing is a different color. I think they have like a silver here, and then they also have this other color, I want to say amber color or whatnot. But what's different, the main thing, is the yoke looks a little heavier duty than this one, and this little thing that the yoke sits on that screws into the mic stand, this is actually a metal as well. So my thoughts was to get this microphone in, and after playing with it a while, you can actually order another yoke and this little piece here. I don't know what it's called, y'all, but it's this piece right here that actually screws onto the mic stand. You can change this out and the yoke and upgrade it, right? So I was considering doing that. You know, not right now. I kind of really just want to, you know, play around with it, sing through it a while, and then I was thinking about upgrading it, because the upgrade is several $100s to do so. But I really do like this microphone. Like I say, I sang through it and it really sounded good. I want to sing through this mic and run it through I want to run it through my Warm Audio WA2A compressor, and then my Warm Audio WA73 EQ preamp. So I want to run it through my preamp and then through this compressor here. This one has high gain on it as well. It also has an EQ on the preamp, so that you know, I can, you know, boost highs or mids or lows, or you know, cut or whatnot. So I'm really curious to see, you know, what it's going to sound like on this preamp and compressor here. This Tone Beast absolutely sounded phenomenal. The microphone, this whole setup right here was just, I was really floored. It really sounded great. And you know, when I was thinking in my head about comparing the two, the AK-47 Telefunken and this RIBBON.MIC, it's just two different sounds, man. This has like a real nice warm vintage sound to it, and then the AK-47 has more of a modern sound, if I were to describe the two. I will do a A/B test in one of my videos, so you guys, you know, like I say, smash that daggum subscribe button and ring that bell now, because you don't want to miss out on that video for sure. And I'm gonna do a side by side, and I'll probably have you know, I don't know, I might have the Telefunken going through this preamp, and then the, you know, the ribbon going through this preamp over here. So, you know, I might do it like that, or I might just, you know, actually stop the video, have the same settings other than the gain, and run both mics through there and do an A/B between the two. I mean, they're gonna have their differences because they're two different microphones. So I mean, but they're both winners in my world. To me, they're both winners. They both get a trophy, let's just say that. But man, this microphone, just look at it, it's just so beautiful, y'all. I mean, that is a mic. I mean, you hang that sucker up in front of you, man. If somebody walks in your studio and sees that microphone just hanging there like that, you know, just hanging there like that, man, they're gonna say, I want to sing through that mic. Can I sing through that microphone? Please, just let me do one take through that mic. So I'm really stoked about this thing. I wanted to get it out. I wanted to give you guys some close-up shots of it because it is so pretty. And it just really, really does sound good. I can't wait to plug it in that Warm Audio WA73 and crank the gain up on that baby on a night when there's no noise. And just let her rip, man. But this microphone is a really, really nice microphone. Like I say, I did have some reverb on it. I did notice that the proximity effect on this mic worked really well whenever I got about, you know, especially like when I got about this close to it. I'd say about 8 inches away. You could really, really tell. You know, they say 6 feet away you can start, the proximity effect starts to happen, but you really, really hear the effect when you get kind of, you know, within this range. So I was like right here, and I was talking this way so that no P's or B's were, you know, exploding into the ribbon. So I was kind of, you know, going across it this way, but still the proximity effect, man, you could hear it working. It was, I definitely had that radio big sound, that old big woolly sound going on, man. But anyway, I really like this mic. It's gonna be interesting to see how this mic with the AK-47 on the same vocal take, doing a conglomeration, a mix of the two, marrying the two in the mix. I don't know which one will be out front. I don't know if the fader will be higher on this one or if the fader will be higher on the other one, but I'm gonna do a blend of the two and see how well it's gonna sit in a pop song, man. Now I did hear if you go to AEA's website, they have several videos that you can watch on different artists singing through this microphone, playing their horns, pianos, and whatnot. And I'm interested in trying a one mic recording for the most part, setting this in the room, setting my musicians up around it in a fashion that's, you know, the loudest is going to be the furthest back, so to speak, and just capturing a room sound with, you know, say 3 or 4 players, maybe, you know, someone on the percussion, maybe congos or just a snare or rim shots or whatever, and then, you know, a guitar player and a singer, who knows, maybe a banjo player, who knows, but whatever, just a few different people in a room and doing just, you know, listen to what's going on while they're playing and adjusting them accordingly to volume level in the room and how it sounds, placing them strategically to get the best sound with just using one mic. I just think that's totally cool when you can do that. I know there was a time whenever we were doing a bunch of recordings, and this is when we had a no Tascam reel-to-reel, and we had a big Yamaha board and whatever, and I remember this was probably in the early 80s, and we were doing some recordings and whatnot, and I went over, a friend of mine just started renting this rent house, and the ceiling in the living room where he had his drums set up was really low, and it was more of a rectangle type room, and it was more elongated, and he had his drums in there, And I remember going in there, and we had tried in this studio. We'd set up in the studio, and we got some great sounds in the studio. And we had everything mic. We had the snare mic. We had a microphone underneath it, above it. We had, you know, 2 overheads. We had a room mic, 2 room mics. We had a lot of mics on that drum kit. But he took this same drum set, tuned them in this room, this new rent house that he had started renting, and all we had in there was a SM58. That's all we had available, you know. And he was just setting up, but that's what we had that day. And I said, man, the drums in this room sound really good. You know, let's record these drums, Kyle. And he says, man, all I got's a 58. You know, that's all I got in here is a 58. I said, well, let's just take it and let's just find it. Let me listen, and let's see where it sounds best. And we set that one microphone up after listening to, you know, several different takes, and it was pretty much set up right in the center, hanging over the whole kit. And I was just amazed how daggum good that 158 sounded on that whole kit. It just the room and the tuning of his drums, it just, so you can do a lot, man. It's just really listening with your ears and paying attention, just listening, you know, move it around. I mean, it can be 2 inches to the right or 2 inches to the left, but every little thing that you do makes a difference. And so back to this, I'm curious to see what I can do with a couple musicians, just to see what one microphone can do. A ribbon mic at that. So anyway, guys, I wanted to share this beautiful microphone with you tonight. This is the Aea R44 ribbon microphone, and I got this microphone, and I tell you what, there's no regrets, and I can't wait to get started with it. And like I say, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, smash that baby, ring that bell, because I got a lot of cool videos coming up, and you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out on the A/B tests of these mics and whatnot. And until then, we will see you again.